Hi, my name is Martha, and I'm part of AA. And I wanted to share just a bit about how I discovered AA. And for me, like other people who have thought or even say that they've only seen AA in movies, that's where I used to see it, when I watched a lot of series and movies. So when I hit rock bottom the first time, I discovered it, I needed help. I was dating at that point, and my ex told me that this had gotten out of hand. So he gave me an ultimatum, told me, if you don't find a solution, I want to leave you. So desperate, I didn't want to lose him, so I googled it, and to my surprise, there was a contact person, there's a website, of course, worldwide, but I called that person. He's not here. I cried. I said I need help, and I remember there was a rehab center in Bukoto that was called African Retreat Center. So they told me to go there. That's where I had my first meeting, and I told them my story, my drinking problem, and in the beginning, I did it because I thought I had a problem. I thought I just wanted my boyfriend back at that time. I didn't want to lose him, so I didn't do it for me. I did think still I had a problem. But I thought if I did that, he would not leave me. And for some time it worked. For like 6 months it worked. And after 6 months I relapsed, came back again for 3 years. That's some boyfriend, we got married, and after those 3 years, after some time in marriage, I relapsed. But you see, why I kept relapsing is that this program has suggestions that if you follow them, you can stay sober. And I had very good people that I met that kept me through the program, took me through the steps, the program, and we call them sponsors, someone who works with you on that spiritual journey. Basically, so I hadn't really followed through those suggestions. That's why I kept going back, thinking I was clever enough to do it on my own. I tried every loophole, every clever idea that I had, but I couldn't. So in the end, I had to accept that, I can't do it on my own. But it was at the expense of me losing everything, really. Losing jobs, losing the marriage, friends. At the end, I had hit proper rock bottom and I had nothing. So I thought, why not try this thing? I've lost everything. So what else do I have to lose? I might as well try this thing. So that's when I really went in hard in recovery, trying and all that. And I also wanted to hit about being in recovery as a woman. There's a lot of women are stereotyped, like, when a woman says she's in recovery or that she's an alcoholic or an addict, it's looked at in a not as how men are looked at, because women, we are supposed to be humble, we are supposed to be mothers. So they say, but they look at us to be disgust when you're struggling with that. So it really affected my family, because they feared, of course, as African parents, they feared for how people would look at me, how society would view me. And of course, even my previous in-laws, remember they couldn't believe that I struggled with alcoholism, so just the idea of you being an alcoholic is a problem, so there are lots of women out there struggling in silence. I was one of those women. And when I came, I met some women who also had struggled, and that gave me courage. Like, if these women could get sober, honestly, so can I. So life after recovery or during recovery, because I am still in recovery, I am not cured. Every day I'm just offered a daily reprieve, honestly. I'm not cured, I'm not immune. Am I going to be sober 10 years from now? I don't know. I hope so. So every day I have to make a decision. I have to choose to stay sober. And also what keeps me sober is helping others out there who are still struggling in any way that I can, how to carry the message. So life after recovery, honestly, God restored a lot of things that I lost. Of course, the marriage wasn't restored, but that's okay. It was for the best. And so one would ask themselves, recovery is probably boring, but there's so much you can actually have fun. There's so much you can do to be happy. You don't have to drink, you don't have to use. I could say so much, but for now,